So in the beginning, you had three founders and you were figuring out ideas. How did you determine founder roles in the beginning?
We were lucky in the sense that we'd all known each other for quite a while and worked together before. So we've always been pretty flexible around who does what, and we just wanted to make the company successful. So we had equal equity amounts, we paid ourselves the same, and so titles was more around interest areas. And so, Tony was the best engineer and also the most paranoid about the server staying up. He was clearly the CTO. And then I had already started a company and sold it and went to business school. And so I did the fundraising. And so I was the CEO. And then Dave, the third co-founder, was the COO. And what that functionally meant is that we were all engineers at first and just writing code. And then as things took off, we had to separate our roles more distinctly. And then, Dave and I traded back and forth responsibilities a lot. And so Tony ended up owning kind of engineering product design, and then Dave and I would kind of like manage the business sides of DocSend. Then it was pretty fluid. Like he managed marketing for a while, I managed marketing for a while, and as things evolved, we just kind of had to continually load balance around who's doing what, depending on what it is. But co-founder relationships are so important because you really have to roll with the punches, be flexible, not have a lot of ego in it, and just really be pulling for the success of the company and do whatever it takes. Because so much of the stuff as a founder just feels really gritty and like the things you don't want to work on are often the things that really need to be worked on. And so, I feel very fortunate that we were all able to, be direct with each other, give each other good feedback, and kind of be flexible enough to ultimately make the company a success.
Yeah, it's this concept of roles don't matter if the company doesn't make it. So first priority
Absolutely.
is make sure the company survives, irrespective of what everyone's doing. And I think sometimes people get caught up in what's the role, what's my title, etc. And the more you can just say, hey, we're all in this, we're going to figure it out. And then later on, we can decide exactly what roles or titles make sense once we get to a certain point or prove product market fit. Then you're all aligned. And I love that you kind of split equity and paid yourselves all the same because I think that really speaks to that rather than one person feeling like, oh, I'm less than this other person. That's really great.
I see a lot of different setups work, but in our case, all of our time was equally valuable.
Yeah.
So independent of like the title, we just